Assalamu alaikum, hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel Smart Tutor. Today we are going to talk about the layers of atmosphere. Earth's atmosphere is made up of gases which are held in place by gravity. There is no clear boundary to outer edge of the atmosphere. It just fades into the space. Outer space is generally thought to begin about 100 km above the surface. Let's talk about the composition of atmosphere. Earth's atmosphere is composed of 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, 0.9% argon and 0.1% other gases. Trace amounts of carbon dioxide, methane, water vapor and neon are some of the other gases that make up the remaining 0.1%. The atmosphere is divided into 5 different layers based on temperature: troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. Let's talk about the troposphere. Troposphere is the lowest layer of the Earth's atmosphere. The troposphere starts at Earth's surface and goes up to a height of 7 to 20 km above the sea level. It contains 75% of the total mass of the planetary atmosphere. All weather phenomena occur in this layer. The term troposphere literally means turnover, meaning that in this region air mixes and constantly moves, resulting in constant change called weather. Almost all weather occurs within this layer, that's why this is sometimes called as zone of weather. Air is warmest at the bottom of the troposphere near ground level. Higher up, it gets colder. The boundary between the troposphere and the next upper layer is called the tropopause. Let's talk about the second layer, that's called the stratosphere. This layer is lying at about 20 to 50 km from the Earth's surface. The temperature in lower stratosphere remains the same, but beyond this there is a gradual increase in temperature. Unlike the troposphere, there is no mixing and no turbulence in this layer. Air is roughly 1,000 times thinner at the top of the stratosphere than it is at sea level. Because of this, jet aircrafts and weather balloons reach their maximum operational altitudes within the stratosphere. Due to lack of vertical convection in the stratosphere, materials that get into the stratosphere can stay there for long times. Such is the case for chlorofluorocarbons, CFCs. Increase in temperature is due to the concentration of the gas ozone, forming a layer called ozone layer. Ozone layer is a variant of oxygen composed of 3 atoms of oxygen. The boundary between the stratosphere and the next layer is called the stratopause. Now let's talk about the third layer, that's called mesosphere. Mesosphere is located within 50 to 80 km from Earth's surface. The term mesosphere literally means middle area. The temperature in this layer decreases with height. The coldest temperature in Earth's atmosphere, about minus 90 degrees Celsius, are found near the top of this layer. Very strange high altitude clouds called noctilucent clouds or polar mesospheric clouds sometimes form in the mesosphere near the poles. These peculiar clouds form much higher up than the other types of clouds. The boundary between the mesosphere and the next upper layer is called mesopause. Now let's talk about the fourth layer, that's called the thermosphere. This layer is lying beyond the mesosphere, specifically within 80 to 100 km from the Earth's surface. Temperatures climb sharply in the lower thermosphere below 200 to 300 km altitude. Then level off and hold fairly steady with increasing altitude above that height. Solar activity strongly influences temperature in the thermosphere. Thermosphere is typically about 200 degrees Celsius hotter in the daytime than at night and roughly 500 degrees Celsius hotter when sun is very active than at other times. Temperature in the upper thermosphere can range from about 500 degrees Celsius to 2000 degrees Celsius or higher. The boundary between the thermosphere and the exosphere above it is called the thermopass. The lower thermosphere is called the ionosphere. It extends from 80 to 550 km above the Earth's surface. Nitrogen, oxygen and other particles in the ionosphere absorb radiations coming from the sun and become electrically charged. Electrically charged particles are called ions, hence the name ionosphere. The ionosphere is important because it reflects and modifies radio waves used for communication and navigation. The three distinct layers exist in the ionosphere are D layer, E layer, F layer. Let's talk about the first layer, that is the D layer. It is the lowest layer containing the least amount of ions. E layer, otherwise called the Canley-Heaviside layer, the middle layer containing a higher concentration of ions. And the third layer called as F layer, also called as epithelial layer, containing the highest concentration of ions. Now let's talk about the last layer, that is called the exosphere. So beyond 100 km is the start of the Earth's outermost atmospheric layers, marking the beginning of the outer space. The air particles here are hotter than the ionosphere. The temperature is very high due to the incessant bombardment of cosmic rays. The density is very low. The collisions between particles are extremely very rare. Thanks for watching this video. For such more interesting videos, please subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you very much.